PUNKRAVE, we need to talk. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I was thinking we were going to go through a brand that I think a lot of alt people know, and that is PUNKRAVE. PUNKRAVE has been around for quite a long time and their clothes are really pretty. It's the typical kind of very Victorian type goth, a lot of this floof and more floof and a lot of floof. They also have some more industrial goth type looking things, think Rammstein, a lot of chains, buckles, and all that stuff. I have ordered some things from PUNKRAVE before, and there are some hits and some misses, so I thought I was gonna go through them with you today. I also have some stuff, actually only one thing, but I have one thing that my boyfriend owns, which is a vest that we will also take a look at, so some of you guys can kind of get a feel for PUNKRAVE if you maybe were thinking about ordering from them. First of all, shipping. I would say shipping is kind of medium. It does, at least to Sweden. I don't know how it is if you are actually in the UK where PUNKRAVE is from, but to Sweden it usually takes about 2 weeks, and this is working days. So I would say about middle. So don't expect things to come super fast, but I don't think I've ever had issues with their actual shipping. There we go. Buttons are hard with nails. Yeah. Help. Can I do acrylic nails on you sometime? Please? No. Fine. We'll discuss this matter later. So first we have this beautiful vest. It is out of a soft, I would almost call it mocha? Does that make sense? It's kind of like rough leather, but it feels like it's not real leather, but also it feels like jersey at the same time. I don't know how to explain it, but it is super soft. It has some really nice details. It's kind of a crochet lace with a red underlay. And then this kind of distressed, I would guess jersey cotton fabric. So there's an underlay in black and then a distressed on top. Let's see if I can kind of get my fingers underneath so you can see that there are some holes in there. Fit wise, I think it is pretty true to size, right? It was pretty true to size, yes. And it came within, I think, 2 weeks, pretty fast. It has these really pretty faux leather buttons, and you can't really see it unless you look at it close, but it is kind of like this rococo type pattern on it. So that is a really nice detail.
Wait, what?
Uh-huh. You didn't know?
I have no idea. What the
Awkward. But yes, they have really nice buttons, and you do get an extra button with your order no matter what, which is, I think, really cool because these buttons are hard to find. I know that we ordered from a different brand that I actually didn't know. I don't even remember what it's called, but they didn't have those exact buttons, so we had to order extra buttons off of Amazon. Thank God that we could find them, but it took some research. So I love when brands give extra buttons. They do have 2 pockets. These ones are sewn closed, so I guess you could probably cut them open so you have real pockets. But I think for a vest like this, it's more, you know, of a vanity type pretty looking thing. Also design wise, I think they're quite creative. They keep a very classic goth aesthetic, but still put new touches on them that I haven't seen with other brands. So I actually think that this was a really good purchase. Adding to that, it also does have quite some stretch. So if you're unsure, if you're like a size in between, let's say a size S to M or M to L, you can, you know, it is stretchable. So if you want to go a size down because you're worried about the length or anything else, it does give in a bit. Now, remember that I said that PUNKRAVE has really good design and has really good quality? Well, this dress, this dress is from PUNKRAVE. I bought it as a summer dress and I was extremely excited when it came, but the quality and the way the dress looked in real life is not really what I was expecting. I'll put up a picture here or here so you can see what it looked like on the model. And it looked like a really light summer dress, but when I got it, it has that medieval type fair feel. What I really don't like, although it's technically positive, but I don't personally like it, is that on the back, it has this kind of like stretchy 90s material, if you know what I mean. Like you would have t-shirts made out of this. It just, I don't know, it sits wrong in all places. It doesn't give me the figure I want. Plus, for all the girls with, you know, a little more cushion in the front, it will not give you the space that you need. It is extremely tight, and because of these really pretty metal ornaments here, it kind of stretches it out in a weird way that they kind of bend inwards, which is, I mean, it could also be my fault for sizing it wrong, but usually I am a pure M in everything, and I did measure myself, and it still is a bit eesh. It is really pretty though, if this is what you're looking for, kind of Bellatrix Lestrange type lace and everything. It is a pretty dress. It's just, it's not the dress that I was expecting. Let's see if I can show you the full dress. This is what the top looks like. And then if we lift it up, it has a really long skirt. It is a, how should I call it? A DIY high-low dress? Kind of mullet dress, you know, business in the front, party in the back. You can pull on these drawstrings, and that way the front gets shorter, which is a cool detail. It's just, you know, this is just not my dress.
What is that?
It's itchy in my nose. Help!
It's good?
You want some?
No, what is it?
It's Cuba Cola. It's like old school Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
It's like old school Coca-Cola. This is like my childhood.
No, I do not like that.
You need to drink Afri-Cola sometime. It's super tasty. I can't depose. I can't make things look very pretty. All right, last but not least, we have my newest, oh, my hair. We have my newest purchase from PUNKRAVE, and it is this princess style kind of winter coat. I don't remember what this coat was actually called, and I actually think it's sold out now, so haha. Oh, it's so embarrassing. Right now I think it's sold out, but maybe for the next season they'll bring it back. I don't know, but it seems to be really popular. I'll try to show it in this shot, but I will put up some footage and some photos of me wearing it so you can see it. But it looks like this, and ain't she a beauty? It has this little like extra cape hanging down with these extremely beautiful lace details. It also has lace details and tiny little cute bows here on the side, and of course it has a princess hood with a middle part of lace. So pretty. What is extra nice with this coat is, because I feel a lot of these brands usually go for looks and less for comfort, this jacket is actually has built-in fleece, so you will not be cold. It is super nice and soft. It feels great. I'm extremely happy about that. Of course, it is faux fur, and also it is this very, very pretty, very dense velvet. It doesn't feel like that cheap velvet, kind of crushed velvet you can get. It's really nice and sturdy. Because it is nice and sturdy though, it does not have a lot of stretch. Make sure if you get a jacket like this that you measure yourself correctly. I chose a medium, and generally it fits quite well except in the chesticle type area. So if you're a girl that has a bit of a bigger chest and a smaller waist, M can be, you know, on the edge. Just watch out for that, maybe size up. That's what I would recommend. It has these really pretty buttons that are covered with lace, and there is also a waist tie, also surrounded with lace, and the same type of smooth velvet material. I'm super happy with this jacket. It is a bit tight, but I can live with that. I generally don't get that cold very easily, so I don't need to put on a lot of sweaters to feel okay. So if you're that type of person, make sure that you go one size up instead. The shipping went quite fast. It came, you know, on time, and I'm extremely, extremely happy with it. So the jacket gets an A+ from me. If I had to rate all of these pieces, I would probably give the vest a really solid 8.5 out of 10, because it is really nice, soft, it is good quality, it's well made, it's been washed, and it didn't shrink, which I also think is a really, really good quality in clothes. If I had to rate the dress, I would probably say maybe a 6, because it is very, very pretty. The materials that are chosen, such as the overlay, it is really pretty. It is just not really made for my body type, because I'm also very short, and I'm just not a big fan of this medieval type looking thing. Plus the off shoulder, it is quite tight on me. But I mean, again, that could be my fault for measuring wrong. It's just not my thing. This coat, I'm so in love with it. It is so, so pretty. The only negative point is that it doesn't have stretch, which makes it quite difficult for people like me who has a small waist and a bit, you know, bigger up here, to fit in it and close it properly. So I would take off a point for that, but otherwise, definitely a 9 out of 10. So far, so good, but PUNKRAVE, we really need to talk. This might just be a minor detail for some, but at least for me, it matters, and that is packaging. So, I don't know if you guys have had the same issue, but when I get my PUNKRAVE clothes, they usually come in a white plastic kind of, I don't know, bubble wrap type packaging with Chinese signs, and inside that package, kind of crumpled into another bag, is the product. Now, this is what my $160 jacket came in. And Pion is not the brand I ordered from. So I've noticed quite a lot with PUNKRAVE that the bags that PUNKRAVE clothes come in aren't actually PUNKRAVE bags. I think with the vest, it actually did come in a PUNKRAVE bag, but sometimes they come in bags from completely unknown brands, and that to me feels a bit cheap, especially for the product you're buying. I don't know if that means that the product isn't made by PUNKRAVE, but the label on the inside of the jacket does say PUNKRAVE, so I kind of at least expect the packaging to be from the same brand. I personally appreciate it when brands take their time and develop different type of branding and packaging just for their brand. One example, this actually just arrived from Jeffree Star. Maybe you remember it from the first video that they sent me an extra lipstick, and it finally arrived. But this is what the box looked like. It even has Jeffree Star branded tape, which is extra, but inside also comes a little card about Jeffree's new products, and even the packaging paper is Jeffree Star. I mean, they could have used any type of tissue paper, but they use Jeffree Star tissue paper. See if you can see it. It's like, it's very extra. It's Jeffree Star on a $100 bill. So if a brand like Jeffree Star can do that, I feel like a brand such as PUNKRAVE, who sells really pricey clothes, should do too. So this is a bit of a minus when it comes to the brand. I hope that in the future they can maybe fix this issue or at least try to kind of, I don't know, adapt. All right, so that is it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and also press the bell button so you get the notifications when there's new videos up. I will link all of the clothes that we have purchased in probably the description below. And also, I still want to say, even with all the critiques, I still adore PUNKRAVE. I really like their clothes. I mean, the jacket is probably one of my absolute favorite pieces of all times. And actually it is my favorite piece of all times that I've ever owned. So I really hope that if you've thought about buying PUNKRAVE or ordering from PUNKRAVE, that this has maybe helped you. And if you want to see more about PUNKRAVE, let me know in the comments, so maybe we can do that. All right, thank you so much, and bye! Bye.